Hi everyone, welcome to our video series. I'm Chithrani, and this is the first of a whole series of videos Dr. Tang and I are putting out for high schoolers looking for academic and extracurricular advice. I graduated high school a few months ago, and now I'm in college studying microbiology with a minor in data science. To learn more about Dr. Tang and I, check out our introduction video. This video is going to be about choosing your extracurriculars and how to excel in them, and I will be going into details about typical things competitive schools expect from pre-health high school students. We'll start off with choosing your high school extracurriculars. When you're choosing your high school extracurriculars, although it sounds cliche, you should choose things that you're passionate about. Not everything you do in high school has to pertain to the field you're interested in. Colleges love seeing well-rounded students when they're interested in various different subjects. Also, you should be mindful of how your extracurriculars improve your skills in unrelated fields. This could also help you write your college essays and can give you more skills to write about in your personal statement. For pre-health high school students and BSMD programs, there are some typical requirements. These don't have to be followed exactly because I got in without having one of them, but it's definitely recommended. BSMD typical requirements include research, hospital volunteering, shadowing, outside volunteering, leadership, and also knowing the question of why do you want this major or why do you want to be a doctor. Having that reason ready whenever any of these extracurriculars are present and asked will help. Overall, choose things that you're passionate about and things that you think that can help you learn more about yourself and your community so you can attest to this in any essays.
I am so appreciative of how Chithrani shared her experience with us, as well as tips. You see, schools just want to know your character, and this is best displayed by what you involve yourself in and how you go about this activity. This is why personal statements about challenges or obstacles are so impactful, as well as personal statements that share about events that molded you into the person you are and allow you to share about who you strive to be. It gives a glimpse into your true self, your true character.
Next, we're going to go over excelling in extracurriculars. I think you should join extracurriculars you're passionate about and try to get leadership positions. However, you don't want too many extracurriculars either. You don't want to put too much on your plate and make colleges think you're lying. There's a section for number of hours per week on the Common App, and admission officers typically calculate how many hours total you spend. Quality over quantity is so important. You can have one research position, but if you manage to churn out 2 research papers, that is worth so much more than participating in 3 different clubs. I learned this the hard way. When we're talking about quality, you should also find out what you learn from it or make sure you make yourself known. It could also just be you've been doing something for a really long time and have improved over the years. For example, being a dancer for 7 years, but for the past 2, you've also been training dancers and helping them. So you would much rather spend your time doing something that could yield results and results you can showcase or write about than just be part of a team or be part of a club without making an impact. Obviously, being part of clubs is also nice. It's also fun to be part of clubs that you're passionate about. I was part of all the medical clubs to learn more about the profession and the fields, but I was never an officer, so I didn't let that take up more of my time than I needed it to.
If you join a sports team, do everything you can to be and do your best, not just as an athlete and working hard to develop those athletic skills, but also as a team player, someone who cares about your teammates and the team's success as a whole, and also to develop your own leadership skills. For example, you might be a freshman or a sophomore now, but something significant may happen in junior year where you really step up to the plate and your positive character shines through. Maybe it's even something your coach will write a glowing letter of recommendation for you about. Or if your passion is about, say, making stop motion videos, learn skills to excel in that and use your skills to promote a positive message or help a community organization publicize. And maybe you can go on to then hold a class or a camp for children in your community who otherwise would not get to learn such skills. Maybe you even take it beyond that and have the children in your class pool their skills and make a video to promote a public health initiative that goes viral. And then you get featured in some local news articles or stories. You can see in this example that I gave of stop motion as an interest how your passion leads you to become an expert in this area. You use it for the good of the community voluntarily. This, your own volunteer opportunity that you created. You also use it as an opportunity to educate others and then to make a difference that other people noticed and reported on. It's so much more powerful than participating in a myriad of items or programs or clubs without distinguishing yourself from the next driven high school student. Now, many of the things that you're involved in are already related to being in healthcare. You see, in healthcare, doctors, nurses, physician assistants, therapists, and more all work together for the health of their patients. That's teamwork at its best. In healthcare, a lot of what healthcare providers do is partner with, advocate for, and educate their patients and community members. By doing this with your stop motion classes and initiatives, you are demonstrating that you understand the importance of this, that you have the drive to do this, and that you're already practicing these skills. By having someone report about you at the local news station or having someone write about you in a letter of recommendation about these things, you are showing that others see the benefits that you bring to those around you. And that is really powerful as a high school student looking to enter programs that are either pre-health oriented or maybe a BSMD program. It says volumes, and it shows that you already have a glimpse of what it takes to be a healthcare provider.
Now let's talk about securing research opportunities while you're in high school, which is always very difficult. Cold emailing professors is always the traditional way to do it, but nowadays people offer tons of research programs and summer programs. I did a summer research program and also am currently doing research with a professor whom I cold emailed in high school. I feel you have more flexibility in what you want to research if you cold email and are working with a professor, but keep in mind you may also have to email lots and lots of people. I emailed about 20 people and got lucky, but I have friends who email like 100 different professors trying to find research opportunities. Take the initiative and show interest. In high school and in college, if you email someone that you applied to a research program and would love to be a part of their lab for specific reasons, that could also help you get a research opportunity. In college, lots of people have told me that going to office hours definitely helps you build relationships with faculty, and hence they're more inclined to offer you a research position. But if you show genuine interest and have read through the researchers' articles and you want to explore this with them, definitely let them know in your email.
Now, regarding research, there are many programs out there which can be found in an internet search that students have to apply to. And of course, they are very competitive. As Chitrani mentioned, you can also reach out to researchers to ask them to join them in their work. It's difficult, but it's not impossible to find a research mentor this way, as she shared. You should be prepared to email many in the hopes of securing one opportunity. If you do this, as Chitrani also advised, please read about their research, read their publications, so that in reaching out to them, you can speak about why you are interested in their specific work, their research, and you should refer to their published papers. You should search the search engine called PubMed for publications in the fields you are interested in and be able to identify local or national researchers that way. And then you can proceed to reach out to them and offer the skills that you have. Be prepared to talk about why you would be a valuable team member on their research team.
Now, in terms of volunteering, it is so important to volunteer for things that help your community outside of just hospital work. For example, tutoring or being part of some nonprofit or volunteering at the food bank are all good examples of what you could do. I tutored underprivileged students in my area and also taught students how to play instruments, which definitely showed my inclination towards helping people not just in medicine but beyond. But it also did show some of my passions outside of school. And it definitely shows colleges that you have more interest in actively contributing to the community, and it also attests to your character as well. Especially if you have a genuine interest towards it, a lot of your essays can be about this and skills you've learned. Like I said, I wrote my essays on tutoring underprivileged kids and how it provided me with a different perspective on learning and inclusivity. Shadowing and hospital volunteering are important to show you how your future career will look like, and it could also potentially be reaffirming for you.
The examples and the tips and the advice that I just shared are really just that. advice, tips, and examples. Your own journey, your own extracurriculars, the reasons why you are involved with them, and what you can do with them, how you can display your true character. That will vary from each person to each person. But I truly believe that you will be able to demonstrate this well if you give some thought into how you can develop your skills and then do something that contributes to the well-being of those around you. Once you're a little bit further along in your high school career and you've identified that passion, go ahead and develop that skill, develop the passion further, and then figure out how you want to contribute to those around you, how you can stand out with that passion. Go ahead and dedicate yourself to that and excel, shine. And then you'll have wonderful things not only to put down in the extracurricular section of your college application, but also to write about in your personal statement. Again, your application should show your character. It should demonstrate who you are and why this school should want you to be in their programs, to be somebody who bears their name, to be somebody that they train up to be that doctor or that healthcare provider that you are striving to be. While what we are sharing is geared towards high school students looking to enter college and pre-health programs or BSMD programs, this is very applicable for those students who are in college looking to go into medical school as well, in terms of finding those passions, elevating yourself in them, being able to develop your character, and with that elevation, really demonstrating how you would contribute to the field of healthcare and why a medical school should select you to bear their name, that they would train you up and send you out into the world as one of their representatives as a healthcare provider.